smartphone vloggers and YouTubers, what do you use as your audio solution? If your answer is that you don't use a microphone at all, then that is a bit of an issue, because audio is the most important aspect of content creation, no matter what. There are plenty of budget solutions to suit your needs, but there are also more premium ones that are essential investments. So today, I would like to talk about the Comica, the WS60 wireless microphone kit that works with your smartphone and your mirrorless or DSLR camera, whichever one you happen to have on you. It's an all-in-one package made just for you, so let's go ahead and dive right in. For more great content just like this, and just make sure to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any uploads. Also leave a like and a comment down below with all of your thoughts on this video. And while you're at it, I always leave affiliate links down below in the description as well. But make sure that you check out Lukrembo so you can find the best deals on all of that tech that you're shopping for. It's a simple browser extension that helps you make the best purchasing decision. And lastly, don't forget to check out my merch store if you're into some monochrome clothing like everything I'm wearing right here. So with that said, links to everything down below. The unboxing is one of the coolest ones on the market for these microphone kits. Comica does an especially great job in this regard. Inside of this box, you will find the main units sitting right on top, and things like the receiver is going to be the main unit, and the two transmitters for transmitting the audio from both devices in case you're doing a two-person interview or something like that, or like a podcast. They have you completely covered on that regard. And underneath is another compartment with the included plastic tripod, two lavalier mics, two wind muffs, a 3.5mm cable, a USB-C cable for charging all units, and a smaller box containing a cold shoe mount for your camera. Awesome unboxing experience, and this is all coming from this super premium carrying case too that was again included in this package. So I had to say that they do their unboxing so well, and I really like it. But now we're going to move on to the exterior design of these products for further analyzing. And these are all going to consist of plastic for all three units, so they're all very lightweight, but they are still rather large considering all of the tech that they're meant to carry inside. And you'll get this nice carbon fiber texture on all of these units, and it does actually feel pretty nice in my opinion. And it's kind of like a D-brand skin if you've ever had one of those. That's kind of how it feels, and I like that feeling. As for buttons and ports, we do have a lot to go over here. On the transmitters, you've got a power mute button, and the channel switcher, and the channel selector, so that you can choose which channel this microphone transmits to, and a bass roll-off switch, which is going to be important just depending on what kind of voice you have. On the receiver, you've got the power button, the channel switcher between A and B, and the channel grouping, and the mono and stereo switch, as well as a switch for switching between a smartphone config and a camera config if you're using a camera, or the smartphone one in case you're using a smartphone with this unit. You will also find individual gain adjustments for both channels, a USB-C port for charging, headphone in for audio monitoring, which is very useful, and a microphone jack for connecting it to your phone's headphone jack or adapter, or your camera's headphone jack itself, or microphone jack, I should say. And the setup process is going to be quite simple here actually, and to get this whole kit running, you just have to screw it all in. But for the phone, you have to just extend this piece and then extend the legs just a little bit before you can go ahead and stick it in, and then the grips are going to get, again, a good grip on the phone itself. And now for a camera, you're going to be depending on the hot shoe mount here, and especially if you do have a hot shoe mount on your camera, then all you have to do is just screw this unit onto the receiver itself, and then just go ahead and slide it onto your camera and then screw it down so that you can have a secure connection, and then connect the output port with a 3.5mm cable onto the microphone jack on your camera. And this is going to be required at all means, and then you're all set there. However, for the transmitter, you would do the same thing for both transmitters if you have two speakers, but since there's only just me, you only need one. So go ahead and take your lavalier mic and plug it into the transmitter and turn it on, and make sure that the channels match on the transmitter and on the receiver too. Once you've gone ahead and turned them on, they're pretty much immediately paired up, so you don't have to do anything else to get it to work. So you're pretty much good to go from here. Now, let's go ahead and run some audio tests. So first, there's going to be one indoors, and then we're going to be doing one outdoors, and there's also going to be one with the bass roll-off. So let's go ahead and get started right now. And okay, so this right here is going to be an indoors test using both the wireless microphone kit. So right now I've actually got the included lavalier microphone that came with this kit with the wireless transmitter, and the receiver is taking care of receiving that and then transferring that over to my camera through the microphone jack, so that way it is almost as if I did have a microphone speaking at it and just like connected from my camera directly onto myself, for instance. So like right now I don't have to deal with that hassle. Like that is the beauty of having a wireless microphone kit, because it gives you more distance, more leverage, without having to necessarily be so tethered onto your camera. So I do like that quite a bit, and this is what the indoors test is going to sound. There's not too much noise going around. For example, what I've got are a couple of soft boxes. There's one shining directly in front of me here, and there's a ring light right behind me. There's some lights over here too. There's a light bulb over there, and then there's another soft box over there. But again, you shouldn't be hearing any of it, as not even I can hear any noise that they could be emitting. So this is essentially what an indoors test would sound like, but now we're going to go ahead and take this outside so that you would hear exactly what it sounds like. Okay, so this here is going to be an outdoors test. As you can see, I am right outside. It just finished raining not too long ago, and I'm actually going handheld now, in case you haven't noticed. So I'm actually using a mirrorless camera for this test, not the smartphone, though you should be getting pretty similar results overall. And I have to say that so far, like with the quality and everything, it should be doing a pretty good job at rejecting wind. Even though it's not very windy right now, it's just extremely humid. There is some music playing over there in that direction, so there's that, and there's some kids screaming over in that direction. So let's see how this microphone picks that up, especially if you're already talking. However, this is going to be pretty much everything for the outdoors test. And now everything you've heard so far is with the bass roll-off switch turned on. However, with the bass roll-off switch turned off, you should be essentially hearing a more flat sound at this time, because now like the bass stay exactly as it's always been, instead of just rolling off and kind of just like cutting off a bit. So this time, like this is what it would sound like with the bass roll-off switch off. The sound quality shouldn't be all that staggering or all that different, but this is essentially what it's going to sound like, and I'm pretty sure that it is going to wind up almost identically whether we take it indoors or outdoors. So yeah, these are essentially the results. I'm also handheld. And battery life is going to be pretty good here from my experience. I've never had it died out on me, and I tend to use it for maybe just 1 hour at a time. And then when I'm done using it, I kind of just leave it charging for as long as I need it to. So essentially, I've never had these die on me, and I never used them for long enough to kill them. So I would honestly consider it to be pretty good, in my humble opinion. However, I do have some improvements I would like to see in the next model. I would love it for adapters to be included in the box, like a USB-C to 3.5 or like a Lightning to 3.5, for instance, so that I can use this with a more current phone. I had to use this with an iPhone 6s Plus for my testing, which is very outdated by now. One solution, or maybe make it so that you can connect the receiver to your phone over Bluetooth, which would also work super well too, in my opinion. In terms of suggestions or improvements or anything like that, that's honestly all I've got, and it's a pretty minor issue, because if you already have any of those adapters on you, then it doesn't even matter. So this right here is a very lightweight and super convenient kit to actually going ahead and travel with, that actually sounds pretty good with the included lavalier microphone. I don't have any complaints there. I really like this kit, and I can definitely see it coming in handy in the future. Now granted, it's not as compact as I would like it to be, but it does a pretty good job at being a fantastic wireless mic kit to use with your camera or your smartphone. So honestly, highly recommended. And if you're interested in purchasing this kit, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description, as well as links to Lustre. Lustre is going to be a pretty fantastic browser extension that is going to help you find sales all across the web, and it's going to help you and also finding just like the best reviewed products, and it's going to give you a point of comparison if they have these in their database, and then it's going to compare this item with how other people feel on other pretty similar items of the like, and it's going to give you kind of like a comprehensive comparison, and it's going to tell you which one ranks above others and how do people feel in general about certain kits and that kind of thing. So in this particular instance, it's going to be especially useful. So don't waste any more time, go ahead and download that browser today, and if you use any of my links to make a purchase, or if you just get the browser extension, then I do get a small commission that does help me run things just a little bit more smoothly, and helps me bring more units or review units minutes like this over to you guys. And with that said, also make sure to follow me on Twitch if you would like to make sure to keep up with any kind of updates, or if you would just like to talk to me on live stream and just come stop by, I'll be right here. I tend to stream every Friday and Saturday during the nighttime, so I would appreciate having you there. Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date, the latest and greatest regarding the Tech Summit endeavors. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all on the next one. Have a good one and enjoy.